What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
My name is Ashley.
My name is Ty.
And apparently we're doing a podcast today, but what's happening with this intro? We're here to talk to you guys about all things life, love, faith. Anything else?
I think that's it.
And our journey to and through marriage. So,
yeah, what she said.
Speaking of, you want to tell them?
What do you want me to tell him?
You want to tell them? Last time we talked to them.
Oh, yeah. So last time we talked, I think we was engaged.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a ring on his finger. Oh, we're married.
We're married. Oh, yay.
Okay, so yes, the last time we talked to you guys, we were engaged, and we were letting you guys know how we got there, how we got to the stage of engagement. Mm-hmm. But now we're married, and it happened all in 3 months time span. So we're excited to tell you guys about that.
What'd you say? In 3 months, 2 became 1.
3, 2, 1.
That's real.
Okay, but we'll talk to you guys about that towards the end. But we just wanted to sit down and chat. Again, all things faith, life, love, journey to and through marriage, so you get it all today. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. So, because Ty, my hubby, it's got a nice ring to it.
Put some respect on it. His husband.
My husband.
Thank you.
My husband. He's not one for preparing or anything like that. So, okay, I didn't say that well. It's fine. But what I'm saying is he likes to do things.
Spontaneous.
Excuse
me.
He likes
I tell him, baby. So I'm more of a spontaneous person. I like spontaneity.
Okay, he likes spontaneity. I was going to get there. And he'd rather just go off the, what they call it? Off the
dome.
rim.
Go off the dome. Because I know my name is Tyrone. Yeah. Oh. And I'm about to pick up my phone. Yeah, And then I'm about to go to the
home. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I was going through social. One thing popped up on my feed, and I thought this would be a great topic to start. It probably sounds really random, but remember we said we would talk about life as well. And we're big on health, right? And we're big on what we consume and what we put into our bodies. So I ran by this post by this guy. I have no idea who he is, and I probably should.
I know him. I actually follow him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's on my feed, because my husband follows him.
I probably sent it to her. She don't even know it. Just saying.
And his post says, "You are what you eat" is not just a quote that sounds good. And I'm just not even going to read the rest because I want to hear Ty's thought on that very sentence. You are what you eat. Is that true or false?
I take true for 300, Alex.
Ashley will do just fine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ashley.
Okay, cool. So how is that true? What does that mean to you?
I think it really is self-explanatory. Like, you are what you eat. And what I mean by that is our body does 2 things. Well, when we put food or whatever we consume into our body, we're either fighting disease or we're feeding disease, like simply put. So you got to ask yourself, what are you putting in your body? Is whatever you put in your body, is it bringing life to you or is it bringing death? And I don't mean that bluntly, but being transparent is either you putting life into your body, adding years on, or you're taking years off. And
since being with Ty, I've been a lot more conscious about those very things. And when you hear things like, we have not shared with you guys our personal habits, like what we do. If you know us, you know how we are and you know what we like to do, but we have not shared with this particular audience. So even without sharing that, like hearing things like what you consume, let's just say it's pig, right? We all like bacon. And so thinking about, he's out of the camera now, he's out of the frame, he's out of the conversation. Thinking about how a pig is slaughtered. This is going a little, like, it's going extreme, but I'm being real.
Nobody is going to want to hear this conversation. They're not ready.
It's okay. I'm going to try.
We're going to feed y'all milk.
Okay, but literally, and I'm not even going to give you all of it. All I'm saying is...
I'm going to grab my Bible.
All I'm saying is... honey. Okay, all I'm saying is that if you kill that thing at that state and then consume it, imagine what you're consuming. And that just put it plain for me. Like, I was like, oh, wait, so you mean to tell me if they were like literally at a state of death and then I'm eating that dead thing, I'm probably eating death. You know what I mean? I'm eating something that's dead and that can't give me more life. And I'm all about more life rather than, you know what I'm saying, like if I eat veggies, if I'm eating veggies, something that has life giving me life. That was just, literally, I just wanted to put it out there. Is that part going to stay in the clip? I have no idea, but I just wanted to mention it. You know, we are what we eat, and we always take that kind of lightly, but yeah, when I ran across that post, I was like, okay, who is this preaching? He sounds like my husband.
I actually follow him. If you're health conscious or in the fitness industry, you might have heard of GX Bryant. He a guy who actually just ate raw fruit and vegetables for 90 days.
Oh, I do know who that is.
90 days.
Because you've shown him to me before.
But literally ate fruit and veggies for 90 days. And not only his physical, but his mental, his spirit, his conscious, his frequency has elevated to another level because he put life into his body.
Y'all like how he started? Y'all like how he just gave it right to you? Putting life into your body. I just literally passed by and I'm like, this is a great topic because I'm not sure if people think about it that way. You are what you eat. Whether it says right here, you really become what you ingest. Eat alive, feel, and look alive. Eat dead, look and feel dead. Just food for thought. No pun intended.
Ha ha. Knee slapper.
My husband did just go grab his Bible, and we're not gonna read from it today. Again, we're just feeding like a little bit at a time. I really just wanted to bring that forward. But I will say that this Bible that we have has been such a blessing to us. So maybe we'll be able to give you guys this reference, show you guys what it is that we use and the version that we use, because I truly enjoy reading from it. Okay, cool. Speaking of Bible, baby, finish this. Honey. The devil run the playground,
but God own the building. God got me, baby. God got the children. The devil run the playground, but God on the building.
Yeah. Okay.
If y'all don't know, that's Kanye. Go look up the song.
The devil run the playground.
Lord, I need you to wrap your arms around me. Wrap your arms around with your mercy. Lord, I need you to wrap your arms around me.
Okay.
Wait. And tell me everything is gonna be alright. Oh. I'm done.
Louisiana. I don't know what he be saying.
He say Wheezy out of here.
It just sounds like Louisiana to me.
Don't listen.
Okay, so the devil run the playground, but God owns the building. I was like, I had a whole message come to me, and then when I hear this song all the time. Ty plays it all the time, and when I listened to it again, I was like, wait, this is literally the message that came to my head. Like, the devil run the playground, but God owns the building. The enemy is just what he is. He prowls. He runs that little stuff there while God owns the whole building. Like, God controls everything, you know? And I was like thinking about that lyric. I'm like, okay, let's get a little deep then. And I've shared with Ty and some others that, like, we give the devil so much credit. You know, we give him a lot of emphasis in our life when I don't feel like it belongs there. And this very verse made me think about that. The devil run the playground, but God own the building. Like, we give him too much power. So where I'm going with it though is that I believe in our lives we give the enemy too much credit. You know, we allow for our worth and our just our everyday to be consumed by what we're not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not of God. God always wants to feed us with what we are and who he made us to be.
For sure.
And I feel like the devil prowls on our weaknesses. I was told this, and I think it's so great. And so I'll share it to anyone who listens, but the enemy, he's not omnipresent. God is. God owns that building. We operate as though the enemy is omnipresent. He does not know our thoughts. He does not know what God has promised us. And I think we allow him to intervene because he knows our patterns.
Absolutely.
He's a prowler. And that just means he's taking notes. He's like, okay, well, you did this that time and that time. Ooh, and that time again. So I'm probably going to try to set you up to do it again. Mm-hmm. So the devil does not know our thoughts, but he sure knows our patterns. So switch him up.
For sure.
Trick him. Confuse the enemy.
Get into a new routine.
New routine.
Again, routine. That matters. When you want change in your life, again, like you said, the devil, he's a prowler. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy, right? And especially it starts in our thoughts. You got to switch up your patterns. You got to change your thought process. You got to change your actions. You want more life, different life, a life of abundance. You got to heal, and healing starts with creating a routine, a healing routine. You can't heal if you don't have a healing routine.
So no, I do think that talking about routine is important, especially since Ty and I have done life together for a while. So like, you've had your own life by yourself, and me too, and then joining together, living together, and then being married, living together, married. I just realized over this time span how important routine is.
For sure.
And I also realized the importance of starting to mesh our schedules. It's been one thing, like, I don't know, that has been a growing sort of thing. We haven't always had to mesh schedules. We've been very individual before we became one. So learning to, incorporate each other's schedules with our own schedules has been a fun little test.
So fun.
What's one thing you say you have learned about just relationships in general? And that's whatever the first thing that comes to your mind.
Patience. Because I'm gonna say patience because if a tortoise, a sloth, and a snail had excuse my French, a threesome, and they had a baby, it would probably be my wife. Patience for real. Having to understand that we move at different beats. I'm a up-tempo fast beat. She's a slow melody. And that's okay, because both are make great music. They both make great music.
That's so sweet that you call me a slow melody.
But majority of the time, I'm ready to, let's move. And when she's playing her little flute, sometimes I get very impatient. And sometimes I get frustrated. But what God is teaching me in this season is patience, especially towards my wife.
Okay, I will say, as gently as he put that, it's very much so how gentle he is with me. So although we do things differently, and it's so funny that you mentioned this very thing is patience, and that I'm saying, although we do things differently, we still have so much respect for each other. That's why he is learning patience, because I believe it's because he's not wanting to change me, but he's wanting to meet me where I am. And we are just two different people. But on that note, if I had to say something that I've learned about relationships in general, is accepting that we are two different people. Accepting that there is beauty in my in my slow melody, and also beauty in his upbeat tempo, you know. Even though I don't want to operate like that, I think it offers a great balance. And we're learning that. We're learning that in a lot of different areas of our lives. And I don't know if you guys can relate. Maybe give us a little comment down below if you're in a relationship and you can relate to being different, but figuring out how to make it flow. Mm-hmm. You know, we always come back to our word and our foundation, which is Christ. So it's really nice when we're able to, one, find some things in scripture, but two, find things in our spiritual family when we're like confirmed in this, that it's okay to be different.
Absolutely. Speaking of differences, you know, we're also understanding the different roles that we play in each other's lives. We're reading this book. Shout out to Joe Bell. We're reading this book, 12 Months to a Million, I think is the name of it. And it doesn't talk about relationships, but it talks about partnerships. And if you're going to have a partner, a business partner, you have to play two different roles. And what we're learning is, one, I'm a visionary. I get the vision. I'm hype. I'm pumped. I'm pumping her up. You know, I got it all here. And then on her end, she's a builder. She's the one who's going to write everything out, be strategic, wants to plan it, wants to structure it. Again, both are great roles. And they're both needed in a partnership. One person has to have the vision. One person has to know how to orchestrate it. Great thing, but sometimes it can also, we can bump heads in the area. Because one, a visionary, I'm ready to act off impulse. Not always a great thing. A builder sometimes wants to have it so structured that it needs to be perfect the majority of the time.
So it slows the process.
Leads to procrastination. So that's where we sometimes bump heads. I'm ready to move off my vision. Impulse, again, not a good thing. And she's ready to write it down, structure it. And again, just moving at two different beats.
But
I'm ready to.
But where it's made beautiful, is the balance in it.
For sure.
You need one, and you need each of them, right? Mm-hmm. So the moment I am very much so into my thoughts and my perfectionism state, he's able to give me that nudge and that push that gets us to where we need to go. However, without the piece of me being very strategic, etc., we wouldn't have overcome and so many obstacles, right? We wouldn't be prepared for the things that come in the way, because I've already thought through. I'm like, wait, this could happen, this can happen, this can happen. And now we've avoided so many scenarios of what could have happened because I've been able to think them through. So
touche.
So we, you know.
I don't mean I gotta like it though all the time.
Yeah, but we love each other for it.
Sure.
You know, I love him how he is. So I think it's funny when he speaks about it. But hey, if you are who you say you are,
a superstar. So, anywho, again, just learning the importance of what role we both play in this relationship, partnership. That's what marriage is. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
You're choosing to have a partner and hold each other accountable in that partnership.
For sure.
And making sure you both are contributing to each other's success.
Yeah. So the people are wondering, baby, how did we get here?
We're married. I asked you to be my wife.
Okay.
And you said yes.
Uh-huh.
And then we got married.
Okay. You want me to give them some in-betweens in there?
It's gonna be y'all ready.
Y'all ready?
I don't even know if they ready for that, because it's like you gotta have no offense, y'all. No offense.
Let's see who y'all are.
But you gotta you gotta get outside the box to hear what we're talking about. You gotta let go, unlearn what you've learned to understand this here. Talk to him, baby.
Okay, picture it. Sicily. No. That's my deal. That's my deal. You don't know nothing about that. So, Okay.
Okay.
This is where I'm gonna start at.
We're gonna start.
You proposed.
I proposed. Let's go back before I proposed. Okay, yeah, I proposed. Okay, y'all already heard about all that stuff.
Yeah, they heard about all the stuff.
Y'all knew we was engaged.
Yeah.
Did we tell them why we was engaged? How we got engaged? It was really obedience. Y'all heard that part.
Yeah.
If you didn't, go watch the video.
If you didn't hear about the obedience to getting engaged, go watch the video. However, there is more to this, and I'm excited to tell you guys because now, picture it. Go ahead and get your visions going on. We are engaged. Ty, like, hey, I did the dang thing. Like, he feeling good. Like, now we get to go to our spiritual mentor. Like, I did it. I proposed. The Lord told me to do it this way. Boom, boom, boom. He probably needs to tell you guys how he did that and how he came to that. And, we ready. And our mentor was like,
Shout out Tim.
He was like,
okay, when y'all get married.
I'm like, what?
Like, I might slow down, bro. I just put the ring on and let me digest that. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me enjoy that. Show that ring off, baby. Yeah, I did that. Woo. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to tell them how you got to that, or just real quick? Real quick.
So, you gotta. One of the ways to hear God is to sit in solitude, to be by yourself. That's just as in the Bible. So long story short, marriage had been on my mind, So one day it was a Friday. I'm going to break down the days for you. It was a Friday, and I just went to a ring shop. I mean, a specific ring shop, of course, but just to browse. I'm just gonna take. Let me go see what they talk about. What the price? I ain't never been ring shopping, so I don't know what's going on. And I'm by myself. So anywho, I went into the ring shop, and long story short, this ring shop was also the ring shop that sponsors the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Interesting. So anywho, the lady that I'm talking to. I told her the situation here. My wife, my girlfriend at the time, she's Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. She, you know what she like? I'm like, a few months ago, her and the team did some trying on some rings, and I'm gonna pull up this video real quick. Let me see if I still have it. So I pull the video up, and the lady that I'm talking to is the lady that's helping Ashley try the ring on in the video. I'm like, what are the odds? So anywho, lady goes into the system, types in Ashley name. Oh yeah, this is what she likes. I'm like, oh okay. So she gets to showing me some selections, and long story short, I put half down on the ring. I ain't doing no credit. I want to buy. You feel me? Baller status. But anywho, I put half down on the ring, and I'm like, all right. She's like, you got such and such long to come pick it up, or you can pay on it monthly, whatever. I'm like, cool. All right, I'll be back. So maybe in a month or something. I don't know. So I leave, and when I talk about solitude, I sat in my car for a while, just talking to God. I went into a Starbucks, just sat at the table, and God said, go get it. Literally. And he made it happen. When I say he made it happen, I mean he made it even happen financially in that moment. A lump sum of money hit my account. I'm like, and God was like, go get it. I'm like, okay. So I literally go back an hour later, and then I walk into the store. The lady's like, you back? I'm like, I'm back. She said, are you changing your mind? I said, no, I'm buying a ring. She said, okay. We'll change your mind. I said, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. So long story. Huh?
You said that?
I said that. So anyway, I grabbed the ring. That was a Friday. Her family was coming into town that weekend already for Meet the Team, where all the family can come into the stadium, watch the girls practice in their uniform, go through their pregame routine, all those things. So it was a perfect weekend. Again, I bought the ring on a Friday, not planning it, and then I proposed on Monday. Showed her mom the ring that night. Mom started crying. I'm like, wipe your tears, Shell. She in the store. She about to come back out here. Did it like a G. Called her pops. Called her brother that same weekend. And that's what made me propose right there on the 50-yard line at AT&T Stadium.
I might have to give you guys some more clips of the video, but if you have not seen, photos and that stuff, you can always follow our social media. Make sure we put that in the description. So I thought it was important for him to say this part because the same way that God spoke to him, God spoke to me. And we'll probably go into it more at a later time about how sometimes God will speak to one and not both, or one and not the other. But in this very moment, I'm engaged, and now it's time to plan an engagement party. And I remember being at the height of the season, so much going on with DCC, and my sisters, my family, they were really all in with helping me plan an engagement party. And we are not even a week in planning, like real hardcore planning, before I was like, you know what? I can't do this right now, y'all. Like, I thank you so much. I love you, but can we please just use the secondary date, which is after the season, to plan an engagement party, please? I just can't. And Ty ran me a bath one day. I sat in that very same, very same solitude.
Take notes, fellas.
I sat in the very same solitude that he's speaking of. And it's almost like God kind of chuckled at me. Like when I think back at it, like he like chuckled. He's like, you're right. That weekend that you had scheduled off for your engagement party is not for your engagement party. He's like, you're getting married. And I was in the greatest disbelief at the moment that I heard what I heard. And so all I did, I didn't know what was to come from it. All I did was call Ty in, let him know what God has said to me, and we just left it there.
And now we married.
Part
2 coming soon.
Love you guys.
Peace.